and welcome to Gundam Customs review of Boku no Hero Academia, Chapter 102. Now, this week's chapter of Boku no Hero Academia starts off a little bit before the end of last chapter, in which it's practically when they're in the workshop area. Now, with this, Hatsume Mei, talks about how Midoriya wants to change from being a fist fighter to a kicker. And with this she's kind of like, oh, that's weird, but seems awesome. And with this she's like, she kind of wants to make something for Midoriya, for his legs to help him more or less restrain his ability of full cowl, which he kind of gained that ability by watching and observing and getting advice from both Gran Torino and Kachan. Kachan wasn't really meant to be advised, and also, he's always taken something from Kachan in a sense when it came down to that, because rivals kind of have to do something like that. But with this, we actually have it go back to where All Might just got saved by Midoriya, in which Kirishima and Kaminari both mentioned that Midoriya has gotten a lot more power, and they thought he was more of a fist fighter, not fighting with his feet, and he tells them that it's working better with using his feet, and that with the souls that Mei made, which were a metalish soul, which was pretty cool because he wants the most of his original costume, as he's mentioned in the last chapter, where his mom practically got him / made him that costume. So really the only difference so far is the two white sleeves on the arm and the arms and the legs with the metal soles and stuff. Now with this, Midoriya actually just got done saving All Might. Aizawa Sensei and Cementos both said, hey, you should get out of here, All Might. And with this, All Might is more or less like, I know I lost my powers, but am I really the person who needs to be saved now? That actually feels a lot more like I've already liked All Might's character because he's just always been so enjoyable and kind of real, in my opinion. But with this, like him going from superhero to practically ordinary human, he's not used to it yet. It's proven by the fact that he actually more or less almost got hit by rubble, couldn't protect himself. Midoriya saves him, and everyone's like, hey, you should be a bit more careful, All Might. Yeah. So with this, we actually have that development, which probably will develop later on in the series as well. Now with this, we actually see that Kaminari and Kirishima both also get upgrades to their costumes. The notable pieces that I have seen, because I can't really see the colors as it's black, white, and gray, that it's actually Kirishima got more of sleeves on his arms, which look pretty cool, because it's like covers one finger, not all of them, so it's like, yeah. And Kaminari gets this little device on his hand, which I don't know what that's gonna do. Maybe it's gonna like store up his electricity like Bakugo's grenade launcher. But with this, we actually see that Todoroki got something to help him out as well, and Bakugo doesn't really seem to have any changes. Really, to me, he doesn't have any changes. Now with this, we kind of just go over to a later time during the night, in which all the girls are more or less kind of talking to each other about like how Momo doesn't actually have her quirk to where she wants it at the moment, to use her special move that she wants to do. Then they go over to Asui, where they actually ask her, and she's like she's working on hers. Then they go to Uraraka, who is just staring off into space, and they're like, Uraraka, and it's like, what? And they practically say, you're off in space, are you in love? And practically, like, she freaks out, and everyone's like, oh, yep, she's in love, obviously. And with this, you actually kind of have them kind of trying to pull out who it is. They mentioned that it could be Midoriya or Ida, as she's always with those two. And she starts floating up in the air, and Momo and Asui kind of are like, we should just leave it alone. I think Momo's reason is because she likes Todoroki. Yes. Now, Asui, I don't know. Maybe she likes someone. Maybe she likes Mineta, though I really hope that never happens. She might like Midoriya. And heck, she might like Kirishima, which I ship everyone with Kirishima, so I'm sorry. But with this, we actually have all of these things happening with them, and you actually see Uraraka when she's floating around, kind of being flustered. You actually see her looking at Midoriya, who's practicing his kicks to get stronger and stronger as he's kind of training somewhat under Ida in a sense for his style, but he's trying to put his own twist on it, I guess. But with this, he's like, oh, Ida does it this way, and I think he's doing it to make it like maximum effort and stuff. So with this, we actually go to a couple of days later when the training camp is over, and they're off to do the um actual provisional license. Now, with this, Class 1A is going to be doing some kind of competition with another class. Now, it's not of UA, so you can't really. I think it's so, like, say, Class 1A and Class 1B don't, like, hey, you should let me win this one. Yeah, you should. And pressure them into it. Like, even. I doubt it because, like, Kachan would just be like, die! Though I could see him doing that, but highly doubted. Because he's done it with Midoriya in a sense, because of the first couple chapters slash episodes, we actually see him more or less like, don't you dare do it, Deku! So something that wouldn't happen. And with this, we actually meet the another school known as. I'm sorry if I really, really slaughter this name, but I believe it was Kitetsu. Uh, Shiketetsu. High. I'm sorry, but my my words are really bad sometimes. I'm sorry. But with this, we actually meet some of them. We meet Inase, who, like, as Kirishima's about to say plus ultra, he's right behind Kirishima, and he's like, plus ultra! And it's funny because you actually see he's a mixture between, in a sense, a mixture between Kirishima and Ida, as his other fellow students from Shiketsu High are like, hey, you shouldn't just barge into their conversation like that. I mean, he's like, I'm sorry, and he just does like what Ida does when Ida more or less just like multiple times just bows his head and like sorry, 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 and this guy's just like head to the ground, ah, like I'm sorry, and it actually makes his character quite fun, as it has a mixture between Ida's like over like what's the word, overcompensating for like his personality, and then Kirishima's just like pure on like coolness, and I love his character so far. I would like to see more with his character because he's actually quite cool. Now, he will never beat Kirishima, as I love Kirishima's character to death. But with this, I would love to see what this character does later on in the future, and maybe what his quirk is. I would love to see what it is. But as he's bleeding, he's still just like smiling and laughing and talking, and he's like, I've always loved UA and wanted to say plus ultra, and it's just like quite fun to actually see this character saying this, and you actually find out that he's a second year. Now, his first year, he did the provisional license exam, and he was capable of actually getting his license, but he denied it. So with this, a lot of the people are saying that he is more talented than Todoroki. And with that, the chapter most practically ends. Yeah. So with this, I actually feel like Todoroki and Inase, or Midoriya and Inase, or maybe a tag team between Bakugo, Todoroki, Midoriya against Inase, that one chick and the one guy. Now, I don't think we really get their names, but I think I would love to see a lot of these characters more flushed out, especially from Shiketsu Academy, or Kai, or whatever it's called. Because, like, I really do like these characters so far. Now, I'd like to find out their quirks, a little bit more about their personalities. Now, with this, I've rambled on so much. Um, I would like to know what you guys thought of this week's chapter. Um, what you guys think will happen next week's chapter. I think next week's chapter is just going to be a whole bunch of battles, which is actually pumping me up for these battles as multiple things are going to happen next week. Now, if there's these battles, I would love to see them. But there's also the ending of Bleach. So with that, next week is going to be freaking amazing for me. I love Bleach. I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm so excited for next week's chapter. And I'm so excited for this Boku no Hero Academia's next week's chapter. Now with this, I want to know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, comment anything really, and I hope you guys have a custom day. And see ya.